Oh, that explains it. Oh, yes, sorry. Oh, that's my bad. My bad. Okay, how about now? Okay, you can see the trading economy screen now. Yes, this is what you should be seeing. All this gadget stuff can be very, very annoying once in a while. Okay, so this is the area I'm showing you now. Okay, so I was talking about the general market performance. Okay, yes, now you can see that. Okay, good. So let me take that back. So clear, erase, clear all drawings. Good. So yes. So stock markets, yeah, it's up generally. Forex, didn't do much. If you look at the changes there, a lot of the currencies didn't move that much. Okay, if you look at the commodities, crude oil, yeah, that's where Nigeria is in trouble. Okay, crude oil is around $18 now, $18.27. That's about a drop of about over 8% last week. Okay, although Brent moved up a little bit by 0.93%. Of course, if you've not been trading crude oil, or we all know what is the issue, given the misunderstanding that two countries are having. But we already know that OPEC is trying to resolve that issue, right? Okay, so a lot of commodities have been have also moved very well. Okay, but the volume in the market is still very low. So bonds too. I don't know if you guys trade bonds. These are things you need to get to look into. So maybe let's look at a broad view. So like I said, I want to just get an idea of what the market has been doing and where the opportunities are, where the money is flowing into. So that's why I like to come. I can come here and just look at what has moved and what has not moved. Okay, so generally, yeah, across board, everything has been red, obviously because of the coronavirus. Japan, Germany, okay, everything down. Okay, so obviously you can see money just flowing out of the market as much as possible. India, everything down, 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 down. UK, let me see. Okay, yeah, I wanted to show you Bitcoin moved well. Bitcoin has performed very well this year so far, so good. Where did I see that? Nigeria, of course. Come on, there's nothing in Nigeria. The stock market is dead. Was looking for Bitcoin just now. Okay, currencies. Yes, under currencies. Sorry. Okay, yeah, currency. Of course, Bitcoin is okay. Yeah, Bitcoin has performed well. Moved 33% this year, but it was down this week by 1.9%. How many of us trade Bitcoin? I hope you like trading Bitcoin. Okay, who trades Bitcoin here? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Admit. Kenneth Williams. Okay, fine. So Bitcoin has done well. Euro not too well. Pounds, okay, yeah, very well. So those are very, very good areas you can be looking out for opportunities. So after I have an idea of what the market is doing generally, I can now go to somewhere to look at the sentiments of the market and where the institutions are investing their money. Okay, and this is one of our key work that we've been able to achieve. This was actually we did this ourselves. So connecting audio, who's connects. All right, network is poor here. Oh, sorry about that. So don't worry, it's going to be recorded, so I will still share it. So after I have an idea of what assets is moving, and I will check what the institutions are doing, and those are the guys that actually move the market. Those are the guys that have the funds that move the market significantly. So I was talking about the fact that we although there are other sites you can go to get information about sentiments of the market, but we decided to customize ours. So if you want to get more insight about that, you can go to tradevarsity.com. Okay, slash cut analysis. I can share, let me share the link to that here. So Okay, so at least we confirmed some of the areas where the market is going to. So I love to trade gold a lot. As I also mentioned yesterday, something you can also follow. I usually leave updates on TradingView. If you don't have a TradingView account, I can encourage you to do that. So technically, where I like to do my own analysis in terms of technicals is I first need to identify what the previous month's high is, previous month's high and the previous month's low. I already have an indicator that draws that for me automatically, which is represented by this blue line that you can see here. We have this blue line, you have this low, monthly low here. Okay, so what that just does for you is to give you, because that is where most of the big guys trade. What these guys do basically is they take more long-term approach to investing. So I always like to get a view of where the current price is. I don't use too many indicators like some of us might be doing. So I first just need to understand what the trend is, look at what the sentiment of the market is, then look at what the global economy is saying generally. Okay, so that gives me an idea of where the opportunities I need to be looking out for. But judging by where we're coming from, I'll talk about gold a little, then we'll look at the stock market and see if there are any opportunities for us that we could leverage on here. But if we look at the sentiment here, I will just give you an idea. It might be complex, but don't get scared at all. Why you also need to always pay attention to what these guys are doing, like I said in some of my videos, is that they are the ones that have big pockets that drive price. Okay, not like you and I. Our money is not strong enough to impact the market. All right, so you need to. This is no, okay. Oh, 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 thank you for that. I thought I was talking about gold. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I thought I changed that. Thank you very much. That's Mr. Adewale. Thank you. XAU USD. I thought I changed that. Sorry, there was something I was looking at. Yes, good. Yeah, this is gold chart. It's almost the same thing. Good. All right. So yeah, you can see where we are. We're already at our monthly high for gold. So obviously it shows a very good setup for a long-term sell. So wow, I lost two people at the same time. That was wonderful. Okay, I'm sure that's a network issue. Anyway, so but this is going to be recorded, so I'm just going to so one of the things you will notice technically on the chart is where we're already at a monthly high level. So and those are the areas these big guys like to trade from. Okay, you can see this. Let me bring up my drawing tool quickly. You can see here how price reacted at that level. You can see how price also reacted at that level. You see price reacting at that level. You see, when you take trades from these levels, you find out that you can get to hold those trades for a long period of time, all right, and get the maximum profit from it. Look at price also reacting at that level. So for some of you that like to trade support and resistance, I always laugh when I look at other people's charts. You just see chart lines all over the place. It can be very crazy. You see someone will draw support here, there. For me, all I just pay attention to, I just look at the monthly, previous month's high, previous month's low. All right, that gives me an idea of where price is and where I will be looking at getting in and holding for the long term. All right, so and those are the areas where the big banks and the big institutions always like to trade from. So I hope that is clear enough. Any question? Any question? Does anybody have any question? So I don't rush. Then I'm now going to show you how I'm going to bring in the sentiments that I was looking at to now align it with what I'm going to be trading. So obviously we're looking for a sell opportunity in gold. I would also confirm it with the sentiments that the way the big banks have taken their position. So you shouldn't be looking at, yeah, even though yes, last week I made money from the buy and the sell, but I didn't actually I didn't follow my trading plan. So well, don't mind me. Sometimes it happens to the best of us. Okay, so you've seen that level here. uh, Here would definitely be a very good opportunity to go in for a sell. So if we look at, let me clear all this. If we look at what the position is for the market makers, if you want to call them. All right. So if you have not watched my video on YouTube or in terms of COT analysis, you can please, I will send you the link to it so that you can check it out. Okay. We have these guys here. I will call them the non-commercial guys. They are like hedge funds, okay, and they take very huge positions in the market. So we're looking at the positioning that they take for gold. Okay, and I also have this oscillator down here that helps me track the extreme levels of transactions. Okay, think of it like the overbought and the oversold of sentiments. All right, so a level around 100 will mean like maybe an overbought level. A level around 0 will mean an oversold level. So it's just helps you identify extreme levels. So what you can see, I have this is it velvet, yeah, or purple line. Okay, here I don't know if you can see it, which is this line down here. Okay, so that is already showing me that more of the hedge fund guys are interested in selling gold. All right, the big guys are interested in selling gold. Okay, that gives me more confidence to actually sell gold this week. All right, so and although it might be at their extreme level, but it's still showing that they are more interested in selling gold. This pink line represents the retail traders. Okay, the retail traders are more interested in buying gold. You can see this pink line going upward. So don't get scared that this whole thing might look like jargons for now. Yeah, but if you once you are interested in joining our enrolling for our courses, these things will be demystified for you ASAP. All right. It's easy. The data is available out there. You can always get it anywhere. But what is always more important, like I said, is the interpretation. So from this you can see that you're already walking into a trap if you don't have information that the big banks, if you don't understand what positions they are taking and what they are looking at in the market, you will be on the wrong side of the market. All right, even though your indicator might be telling you something else, and I can show you that. That's why we don't usually rely on indicators alone to trade in the market. Okay, so you can see, let's can see most of your indicator. I love to use the alligator too. Alligator by is it, yeah, Bill Williams? Yeah, Bill Williams. Okay, we'll be letting you say, okay, this is still a buy. All right, and of course, if you're also somebody that likes to follow some of what these news hypes, that will tell you that gold will get to like 1,800 or 2,000. Okay, you might also fall victim of this type. So yeah, so if we put everything we've looked at together, we can see generally that um, gold presents a very good opportunity for a sell. Of course, you still need to follow your money management rules as much as you can. Okay, so if we can get your technicals to align also here, you can ride this all the way down. But the worry is whether we're still going to, is it possible that we get to around 1,400 again? I don't think that's possible, but we might be looking at maybe weekly lows around 1,613. All right. Okay, so don't now run and say yes. I said, okay, you should sell gold immediately. Please just go and start selling gold. Okay, please don't rush and do that. Everything here is for educational purpose, like I always like to say. So you still need to follow your own technical analysis or whatever the way you understand the market. So but I'm just giving you my own view of what I expect in the market. So yes, that is that for gold. Any question? Any question? Okay, which is the best time frame to use in analysis? Okay, very good question. And this question is always coming up for most of the traders. It's for now the market has become how will I put it? From experience, I've seen that it's you have to do a top to bottom analysis actually. So you don't have to um, um, yeah, it depends on what your strategy is. Some of your strategy might work on a lower time frame better. You might get better entries on a lower time frame. But if you are also talking about maybe long-term profits, you definitely need to be trading in terms of a higher time frame. I like to trade from the month. Like I said, I look at the monthly down to the weekly, down to the daily, and maybe at the worst case scenario, maybe 4 hours. I like to get in within the 15 minutes. 15 minutes time frame so that I can quickly get a low risk, high reward entry. Okay. It's always a very, very debatable concept around time frame. So, but you need to do a top to bottom or bottom up, anyhow you want to look at it. For me, I look at all the time frame. In fact, I even had to build an indicator that helps me monitor the chart. Maybe I'll share it with you one of these days. It helps me monitor the entire time frame at the same time, so I know how to get in. Because it's strange, you could be going long on one time frame. Unfortunately, you are unaware of the changes that is happening on the 15 minutes or on the 5 minutes that can ruin your trade at any point in time. So uh, I look at all the time frames, So all the time frame, it depends on the opportunity that you're seeing. But I hope that answers your question. All right, thank you. That's okay. Okay, let me look at. I also like to trade. Let's look at NASDAQ. We're going to look at NASDAQ. If we have any opportunity there. 100. Yep. So take 100, US 100. Yep. On most of the platform. Sorry, which broker do you use, Mr. Adewale? Let me know the broker that you use. Let me have an idea. Okay. FXTM. Yeah, I love FXTM. I've been a major fan of this one. Yeah. So we're seeing. Yeah, I've used practically all the brokers, but I'm not a fan of any broker. Like I like to say, no, there's no broker that is your friend. Though. Don't just even go there. There's no broker that is your friend. Almost all the brokers always have their own. They are just there to make money, but they don't have NASDAQ on MT4. No, they do. Some of them is the nomenclature that is different. So usually you could see US 100. Okay, you see US 100, or there's some of them US Tech 100. Let me see. Let me get the FXTM. I think it's there. I've traded indices on. So we might have an opportunity for a pullback on this Nasdaq 100, given the fact that we are at a monthly high. Okay, monthly high here. You can see. Okay, so and those levels, like I said, are always very, very significant. They are significant. If you can catch any move around that area, if you get the moves right around that area, I can assure you that it will have a very, very positive impact on your P&L. All right. I always like to hold trades. So we have a very nice setup here. Very, very, very nice setup. The question is, okay, so what are the big guys doing? The big guys, if you look at maybe NASDAQ here, NASDAQ, let's see, NASDAQ 100. The COT report is like, for me, I used to tell people it works like an expo for me. So and it reduces my analysis. You can see I didn't really do too much of analysis. It's just to understand what the big guys are doing, look at where the price is look for a significant level in the areas where they like to trade and get in. And because the moves around that area are always very big, when they want to move, they move significantly. Okay, so they are usually the big guys that I like to follow are the guys with this purple line here, and you can see that they are building up positions significantly to on the long side. So they are buying more of that position. You won't understand that until you look at my video on COT analysis. Yeah, confirm that for you. Anyway, I'll confirm that. So what we're seeing, what the big guys are doing is that they're building up long positions or buying this stock. Their money has started flowing into the stock market, and that's in the anticipation of the fact that they expect the U.S. market to open soon. So I think it makes sense to understand that, okay, fine, yes, they are still buying. And you can see the challenge here. For if you look down here, the retail traders are the one they are selling their positions in the stock market. Meanwhile, the big guys are buying. So that it's always very easy for us to spot where market manipulation can take place. So you are around an area where yes, you might assume yes, this we are supposed to be selling here, but we've seen that the big guys are still interested in buying positions here. So what you can always do, the way we want to maybe approach that, is that we wait for the retail traders to play their own part. Maybe look for that pullback, let them sell down here, and you can now get in and follow the trend to the upside. So those are some of the opportunities I'm looking at. And why am I looking at those opportunities? If you can see, for if you've been, of course, if you've been trading for quite a while, you notice that a lot of the market has been very flat. Okay, we've not been seeing any serious moves. A lot of markets in the currency market has been flat, ranging, or you can't really get much out of it. It's not really moving. So the idea and the strategy is you need to be able to identify where the opportunities are, and you find entries there. Okay, so that's just about it. So I would post maybe the setup and the idea on the group chat. So if anybody cares to follow, fine. Yeah, I lost. I know. Yeah, network, network can be crazy. Okay, so that's about it. That's about what I'm looking out for. Okay, that's exactly 1 hour, so that's fine. So yeah, so here would be nice to get a very nice buy opportunity here. So once you can get the retail traders to sell their position down up to this point, maybe. So if it's possible, we get a pullback here. Then we can now say we're going long on this position here. So nice idea. At least we have an idea of where the market is going. The market for gold looks well set up for a sell, and the stock market looks good for a buy. So that's just it. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be taking those trades during the week, and maybe I'll be sharing the trade results with you guys. Let's see if my hypothesis is correct, and where we'll go from there. So it's been fun. I had fun being able to share my idea with you, but unfortunately, I lost a lot of people in between. I'm sure network